caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finish. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with the slate, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots of Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 249 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with Nick Theories and No Philly Phil again. Bro is out in North Carolina. They doing him wrong. For real. We're going to have a talk with his company.
Yeah. I could teach him.
Yeah.
No cap.
All right, let's do it. I want to start out with Caleb Williams. Doesn't play in his first preseason game. What do you make of that?
Foolish. I mean, he needs the reps. I mean, we saw guys like Patrick Mahomes play, Joe Burrow play. I mean, the reason why they want to play is because they want to get into season form. So, like, they don't want to wait until the actual game to start, and he needs the reps. I mean, we saw him in that practice, in that video clip. He looked like dog shit. He looked horrible,
right,
and this is the #1 overall pick. So for me, he's got a lot of pressure on him. So I feel like, to me, the Bears kind of hid his assness a little bit. Yeah, I in a weird way, I kind of feel like they made him sit just because they didn't feel like he was ready to display what he can be. So I just feel like they kind of hide him.
Yeah, I'm the same way. There was no reason for him not to play. He's somebody that needs reps. Caleb Williams isn't polished enough to be sitting in preseason, bro. He had a horrible rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just be real here. There's no reason other than something's not right. Whether that be not learning the playbook, offense is trash, whatever. But you have a brand new head coach installing a new system, and you don't want to give your quarterback live game reps coming off of a shit year.
I wouldn't say he had a horrible year, though. I think like he was decent at some points in the season. Like I don't think he was horrible, though.
They were 4-2 and finished 5-12.
No, I get it. Like win losses, I get it. Like he didn't carry them to where I thought they thought that he could take them. But overall, 20 touchdowns and 6 picks. Like, I mean, 3,500 yards. Like, that's not that bad. You could work with somebody like that. Like, he's got potential, right? And if you have Ben Johnson coming in, like, I expect those numbers to inflate. So maybe. To me, like, I think he should be a breakout candidate this year.
Oh, hell no.
Well, he should be. I'm just saying, just based on the metrics.
Yeah, nah. Caleb's a bust.
Could be.
I'm calling it straight up. Caleb's a bust. I don't believe in Caleb. I never did. I don't believe in him. Especially now after this, bro. It's too weird. It's too weird what they did. You don't do that. Your quarterback needs reps.
It's almost like they just didn't want to expose him, Like I don't know, maybe, but that's still not an excuse, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But then again, like I kind of doubt that too. Why would they do that? Why would a franchise do that?
Are we? Oh yeah, we're live. All right.
Huh?
No, I didn't think we were live on YouTube because
you got to chill on me, bro.
No, I don't see us on YouTube.
What you mean?
Oh yeah, we are. My bad.
See?
Fried.
Got to be better.
So what happens to shirt? All right. Speaking of, let's talk about Shedeur. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan now. Fresh shirt in here. You like this shirt?
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about
it? My favorite part hasn't been displayed yet because I got some shit.
It's a new number 12.
I could smear. I could use it as toilet paper.
Because we the shit.
Yeah, nah, because y'all ass.
Yeah.
For real.
Nah, you crazy. Well, we were ass for a while, but we on the up.
We on the up?
Yeah.
I don't.
Was your volume on the up?
No, I actually turned it off.
Proud
I was just checking on it. So
genuinely proud.
Genuinely don't care.
Genuinely proud. Talking to you about Shedeur. Because Shedeur showed up and showed out.
Well, you tell me about it because you seem to be so excited about him.
It was amazing.
Oh.
It was amazing. Now, to be serious, I thought Shedeur played awesome. The 2 touchdown passes he were elite. Both of them with ball placement, layers. The difficulty in those throws was those 2 throws were elite. And that's really the only way to put it. There's no fucking way that he should be 4th on a depth chart, especially in Cleveland. It's really sad and it's shameful. It really is. And it's beautiful because, like I said, the Saints aren't going to win 3 games this year. And I guarantee you put Shedeur on the Saints, they win more than 3 games. Tyler Shuck is garbage.
To me, I consider this an overreaction. This is a preseason game we're talking about. And look, I'm not saying I think that Shedeur played well enough to get more opportunities moving forward. And I definitely think that he showed that he belonged in the NFL. But to sit here and call him a franchise quarterback is insane, bro.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because there was several times in that game where it should have been picked off.
What?
Yeah, what? So you didn't watch the game? You didn't watch every throw?
Come on.
The one across the middle. The one definitely across the middle. The guy was covered.
It happens.
Double team. I know it happens, but if he threw that pick, we would be having a different conversation.
But you also got to remember, though, he played against the ones. He's had limited reps.
Right.
Now, Dylan Gabriel's had
I'm not
reps.
negating his performance. That's not what I'm saying.
Because if he would have been trash, people would have been out here. If he was 10 of 30 for 100 yards and no touchdowns and a pick, they would be on here right now saying, he doesn't belong. What I don't understand about Shedeur is what transpired between April 1st and April 25th that made his fucking draft stock tank like that. He looked the exact same as he did at Colorado. He's a franchise quarterback. He's a good quarterback.
I mean, I think he's better than Tyler Shuck. Like,
Absolutely,
it's not even
he's
a
better
question.
than Dylan Gabriel. He's going to be better than Jackson Dart. He's going to be better than Cam Ward. He's going to be the best quarterback to come out of this draft class.
I don't know about that, but to me, I thought that he played the part. I thought he looked pretty good in his overall performance. And, like, he had a lot of pressure on him going in there too. So, I got to give him credit where credit is due. But like, I thought that he made plays with his feet when he had to. He slid. So like he did it properly. So he didn't put himself in danger. I thought his overall pocket awareness was great. I thought he played awesome. I thought Shedeur played awesome. I think that I wouldn't say it was flawless by any means necessary, but I definitely feel like when you watch him, he definitely belongs in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's not even a question.
And he wasn't a fifth rounder.
No, absolutely.
That's just that it really is pitiful what it is. And that he's still listed as fourth on the depth chart is it's so ridiculous. Like, again, that's just an organization that can't get out of its own way. And then you see videos today of Deshaun Watson like running off of his Achilles tear, and it's like, why would you ever start him again? I mean, I get it, the money, but I'm just saying, like, it's over. You don't tear both of your Achilles and think you're going to come back and be fine when you were ass before you went out to begin with. You were ass with two good Achilles.
Mm-hmm. But it also, I mean, look, I get it. He wasn't a fifth rounder, but it also doesn't really matter where you're drafted. As long as you get an opportunity like he got, that's the way you shine, right? So, like, for me, I think he did a good job. I thought he played really well. But, like, again, it doesn't matter where you're drafted. Tanner McKee, he's a 6th-round pick. And he deserves a top pick, but, nobody talks about him. But why? Like, to me, like, if you put Tanner McKee on the Browns, you put him on the Saints, he's the best quarterback there. Easy. It's not even a question.
Definitely the Saints. Probably right now the Browns.
Oh, absolutely the Browns.
Yeah, probably the Browns right now. But the thing is like, with Tanner McKee, that's where when Tanner McKee was drafted, he was supposed to be drafted there. Shedeur Sanders was the consensus, at worst, second best quarterback in that draft. And in a span of 3 weeks, he randomly fell out. Randomly, like that I'm not making that up. He was the consensus second best quarterback in this draft, and in 3 weeks, doing nothing. There was no football being played. Nothing. His draft stock just randomly tanked.
So, what do you think happened in those interviews then? Because that had to be the factor. It's not his play.
Yeah,
it's clearly something
I just think that people don't. I don't think that people don't like the way that he carries himself. He carries himself like a very confident person.
Yeah, but so did Baker Mayfield, and he got drafted high.
Yeah, I mean, that's my argument. What happened? There is no way the son of Deion Sanders went into those draft meetings and bombed them. Deion's too intelligent of a human being. I mean, he's too good of a dad.
So what do you think it is? Like, why do you think he felt? Like, what? Like, do you think it was character issues? It was like he was questionable. Like, I don't know. What's?
I mean, I think it's a bunch of stuff. I think that it had a lot to do with the way that he carried himself and how he presents himself as a confident young kid. And it's difficult, man. It's also they're saying like, oh, they're getting at Deion Sanders. And it's like, well, if they do that, they shouldn't be the owner of an NFL team, because your job is to get the best talent into the building. But you see shit like that, and it's just like, all right, come on. Like, I don't know what to explain on that.
So you genuinely think that like he got underdrafted because of his confidence?
I don't understand. There's no other reason. There's no other reason that he slid. He wasn't.
Because my thing is, wouldn't your coach want you to play with confidence?
That's what nobody understands. That's why everybody has genuine confusion. It doesn't make any sense because after the college football season concluded, he was the consensus second pick for quarterback. And there were talks of the Giants taking him with their first pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the mix to go to the Titans at 1, and then randomly, all of a sudden, it turned into big Cam Ward show, and Shedeur randomly fell 144 spots. Like, there's just no excuse. There's no excuse for that.
I mean, Jackson Dart went before him too.
That's what I'm saying. I
mean, Jackson Dart looked good too, but that's a whole other discussion. But yeah, no, I totally understand. I get it. Like,
Jackson Dart did look good, but again, like there was no justification for taking Jackson Dart over him either. There just wasn't. Shedeur was he was the consensus second best quarterback in the draft. That's why Mel Kiper was having meltdowns every day. That's what was going on. Mel Kiper everybody was saying, like, what the fuck is going on? And then you hear the other names, Jackson Dart and Tyler Shuck with the Saints and all that. Like, they had a video of Deion Sanders when the Saints chose Tyler Shuck, and he's just looking at the TV, like shaking his head, like, what? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, look, you talk Will Howard in like the 6th round, but whatever. But you need a quarterback.
Well, they knew that Rodgers was coming before the draft.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, Shedeur could have learned behind Rodgers. Sure, Shedeur's talented, so that's what I mean. I really don't know. I have no clue. I think that'll be an unknown for forever. We'll never know what happened. We'll never know because there's no logical explanation for it. Because I said, the way he carries himself, he's too cocky. And I'm like, your quarterback needs to be like that. Your quarterback needs that arrogance. They need that. You don't. Tanner McKee, I'm rated a 61. Oh, come watch me on Thursday. That could be taken as arrogant.
He proved it.
And he proved it. And look at him. So it's like, I don't really know what you want me to say. And Tanner McKee's a backup. He's a nice backup. He's from Stanford. Like I just said, I didn't even know. I Googled it and it's like, all right, cool. He's from Stanford. So he looks like he's a fucking awesome backup.
He's a 6th round pick.
But that's where he was supposed to be drafted in the first place. That is what I'm talking about.
Well, when I watch him, he looks better than, like I said, than other quarterbacks in the league. It's not even close.
He'd be
better than starters.
Tanner McKee would be the best quarterback on the Saints. He would be the best quarterback on the Browns. Like talking about current day, He would be the best quarterback on the Colts.
Yep, I agreed.
He would be the best quarterback on Tennessee right now. He would be the best quarterback on
I don't know about Tennessee right now. It's hard to tell.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what makes me mad because you automatically say he's better than Shedeur. But how is he not automatically better than Cam Ward? Cam Ward, whatever you think about Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward is not head and shoulders better than Shedeur Sanders from a playing standpoint or just from a talent standpoint.
So how did he get drafted number 1 overall versus a guy going to the 5th round?
That's what I keep saying.
But that doesn't make any sense.
If Tanner McKee is definitively better than Shedeur Sanders, he's definitively better than Cam Ward. That's how I view it. Because if you're going to say that Cam Ward could be better than him, then so is Shedeur.
Well, that's because you rank Shedeur and Cam neck and neck.
Yeah,
I don't see it that way.
But I don't. Again, but it's. So stupid.
I think Shedeur is awesome.
It's just completely unfair. It really is. Like it sucks. It's completely unfair for Shedeur that this happened.
Yeah, but you're acting like he lit up the fucking game. Like he played well.
But he had a better outing than Cam Ward.
He was good. Yeah, I thought Shedeur played well. But let's not act like he was like Tanner McKee out there.
He played just as well as Tanner McKee.
Nah, hell no.
How didn't he? Bro, Tanner McKee's a backup. Like, I know you like him, but like Tanner McKee's not a franchise quarterback.
He's going to be somebody's quarterback one day. Starting.
Maybe, but who knows? He might be trash.
He won't be trash.
Bro, everybody can make basic throws in the NFL.
No, I absolutely. But he's made some throws that aren't basic.
But
he's throwing in tight windows.
He's never made a pass better than both of Shedeur Sanders' touchdown passes. Ever. You can't find it on film in any game he's ever played. The first touchdown that Shedeur threw, you can't find me a better touchdown pass that Tanner McKee threw.
Because he didn't have the opportunity to have that kind of throw. Like opportunities happen in football. That's just a football play. Like that happens.
What? Which part?
Like you're grading plays between plays and throws. I mean, look, he had to make that throw. That's just part of the circumstance and part of the game.
But that's a difficult throw.
But I know, but McKee never had to make that throw. We haven't seen that yet from him.
Yeah.
So you can't say that. Like, okay, who had a better throw. Like, I get what you're saying.
It
looked impressive.
I know what you're saying too. I know what you're saying.
But if you're alluding to that, you don't think Tanner McKee could do that, well, then I would disagree.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to say that Tanner McKee would be the best quarterback on the Browns, then he would be the best quarterback on the Titans. Because up until draft night, Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders were neck and neck. And it completely went away, and nobody has any idea why. And it's fucking everybody's judgment up. Like Cam Ward is not if Cam Ward is a first round pick, there's no way in fucking hell that Shedeur is a fifth. He's not that much better than him, if at all. There's just no way. There's no fucking way. That's how I feel on it. But let's stay in the AFC North. Baltimore Ravens over or under 11.5 wins.
I got over. I mean, this team is loaded top to bottom. They got one of the best defenses in the league. If they play defense the way they have the last half of the season, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This team is getting more than 12 wins. I'm got way over. I think they're going to be at like 13-4.
The Ravens, I'm going over 11.5. They added Jair Alexander. If he could stay healthy for just 12 games and only miss 5, because he's going to
stay out of trouble too.
Yeah,
he's always
that goes without saying. But for real, when you have Lamar Jackson, you're short of something crazy, you're getting the 12 wins. When you have somebody that caliber player, you just do. That's the way it goes. And you're in a division that's uncertain. The Bengals defense is horrific. The Browns have no idea what they're doing, and the Steelers, you don't really know. I mean, the only thing you really can bank on is that they're going to win 9 games. If you're going by like data, that's the only really thing you can say right now with the Steelers, and they have a bunch of different opinions. But with Lamar Jackson, anybody taking under 11.5 is wild. You don't do that with John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson.
I agree with
and
that.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no.
You got Zay Flowers now.
And he's not washed.
That, so not even close. The Bengals over under 9.5 wins.
I got under, man. I just feel like that defense is so booty. I don't think they can stop anybody. And if you think that Tanner McKee is just a backup quarterback, well, what he did to the Bengals starting defense, it's alarming. So to me, I'm ringing the alarm on the Bengals defense as a whole. I know they didn't have. I don't think Trey Hendrickson played though, right? He didn't play. So obviously, when they get him back, it's going to be a big boost. Especially with Shamar Stewart on the other side, because he played pretty well. But other than that, this defense is horrendous, and they're gonna have to score 40 points a game to win.
Yeah, I want to say over because I love Joe Burrow, and it's hard for me to imagine them missing the playoffs again. Because in the AFC, if you have 9 wins, you're missing the playoffs.
Right.
But so I'll say over here just off of pure bias and nothing else. But like you said, like Tanner McKee's a backup in the NFL. And absolutely shredded their first team offense. It was pathetic. It truly was pathetic. I mean, you can't even. I feel like any quarterback could have went out there and did that. That's how bad that defense is. And you lost Trey Hendrickson.
Well, I do think he'll play eventually, but
even so. But like, how is he going to make the difference? Is if Trey Hendrickson can't get home, you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just
if
think
your defensive line doesn't
that,
win every battle, you can't do anything with that defense.
Yeah, I just think that Baltimore is just light years ahead of them because I think they're just more balanced. I mean, obviously, I think Cincinnati in this entire division has the best offense. I mean, I don't think that's without question. Regardless, I'm not disregarding Lamar Jackson, but if you got Joe Burrow and them boys, it's like there's no way in hell that there's any other offense touching this. In this division. So to me, the Bengals have the best offense in the division, but their defense is by far the worst.
They might average like 38, 40 points a game this year.
Well, they're going to have to.
That's the only way they can win.
Now, I think their schedule kind of is a little cupcake a little bit. I mean, they start off the gate with the Browns and the Jags. So I think they can beat them up. And then they play the Vikings. And then I think they have a hard game on the road against the Broncos.
But that at worst should be 3-1.
That's a Monday night game.
That should be 3. They're at the Broncos.
Yeah, Monday night. That's a loss.
Bo Nix versus Joe Burrow. That defense.
I think it's a loss.
Well, it's Bo Nix in prime time, second-year starter. That defense is just fucking. That defense is so bad, dude. Like, you have no faith. You have no faith. You want to talk about playing perfect? Joe Burrow has to be perfect every week, or I mean, honest to God, if he is not perfect every week, they have no shot to win.
Well, the Vikings could be a tough game for him in week 3.
Where are they?
But they're in Minnesota.
Okay, all right.
And it's a 1 o'clock game. Now, look, I think it's gonna be a tough game, but we don't really know much about JJ McCarthy, and I thought he played decent in the preseason game.
But JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, facts. But like, we'll know a little bit more about him, I think, by this time. But I don't know about if it will be enough. So that's a tough game for him. For both quarterbacks, I think, because I think the Vikings are talented as hell. Like, I think the Vikings are really.
The Vikings are fucking awesome.
The Vikings are awesome.
They have a rock star in Kevin O'Connell. They got a rock star in fucking Brian Flores. Addison's out a few weeks, but honestly, I'm not. It is what it is. You still got Jettas. You still got fucking Hawkinson. Like, you should be. You're more than capable. You drafted JJ McCarthy with what, the 10th pick or the 9th pick? Like, that's what you drafted him there for.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Like, I don't know what to tell you on that. You did it with Sam Darnold. If JJ McCarthy isn't as talented as Sam Darnold, what the fuck were you drafting him that early for?
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you should have just went out and get Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, you have all the weapons, man. Like, that team is ready to win now. Like,
Rodgers would have been great there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's indoors. It's not cold. You don't got to fuck with that.
But he would have been Brett Favre again.
Yeah.
He went to the Jets and went to the Vikings. How crazy would that have been?
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Follow the same thing. And then what if, like, they went out the same way he did? That was the year of Bounty Gate, wasn't it?
It's like deja vu.
I know. And when Brett went to the Jets, they were horrible. Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets, they were horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm going over with the Bengals, over 9.5. But I don't know how they get there, because it won't shock me if they lose to the Jags and shit like that. Because any offense that can match the Bengals, you're in deep shit.
They're in Cincy in that game, though.
Against who?
The Jags.
Okay. Well, Duval. But nah, I'm just looking at it, man, and I'm just like, bro, you're in trouble. That's why they couldn't beat the Eagles and stuff. What?
Duval.
Oh yeah, we
so
coming.
Foolish, bro.
Nah, we coming.
We're over here talking about the Jags and the Browns. It's crazy. What happened to you?
I'm an underdog.
I like it.
No, I'm observant. I can watch things. And what I always say, bro, intelligence is changing your opinion when you learn new information.
Fair.
And I saw 12 in the orange and brown. I'm like, I got to get a T-shirt and I got to ride for him or him.
Whoa. Fair.
Let's stay on my team. Cleveland Browns over or under 4.5 wins.
This is under, brother. This team is ass, guys. We know that. I mean, here's the thing. It's pretty low for a team that has a solid defense, but I don't see them being that competitive. I just don't. I think I'm under.
I don't know who their quarterback is. If it's Joe Flacco, you're not winning 5 games.
I mean, their best player. I mean, look, they got Judy and Njoku.
Yeah.
But like after that, I mean, you got Joe Flacco at the helm.
He's 40.
You got Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Shedeur.
If Joe Flacco was anything, the Colts wouldn't have let go of him. The Colts stink at quarterback.
Well, that's not fair to say. I mean, dude, he's in his 40s.
No, I know that, but he's washed up. But that's
right,
what I'm saying.
absolutely.
Like, you can't expect him to do anything.
But I think it was worth it for them to go after a guy like Daniel Jones, because it's worth a shot. I mean, why not? He was a first-round pick. He was a 6th overall pick.
Bro, he played against the 3rd team and was like a 50% completion percentage.
I know. I'm just saying it's worth the risk, because we see guys like Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, and all of them have second chances, and Sam Darnold have second chances, and they flourish in their new system. And maybe the Colts thought that for him. And yeah, I don't know.
But I see Daniel Jones like more along the lines of being Curtis Painter than being Sam Darnold.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you remember that?
I remember him. Didn't he play for Purdue or something like that?
Yeah, Curtis Painter. The dude, he had the long blonde surfer hair.
Yeah, he did play for Purdue. He did.
Look, honestly, Cleveland, I don't know. I don't know how to judge it here. I think Shedeur's gonna be the starter, so I'm gonna go over, because they win 5 or more games with him as a starter. I believe in Shedeur Sanders. I'm not fucking around.
All right.
I believe in him. He's a franchise quarterback. And if Cleveland was smart, they will put him in there and stop playing games. Dylan Gabriel is 3 foot tall.
So you think Shedeur's going to start the season?
Yeah, because he's gonna win the job, bro. He's gonna do enough in the preseason over the next 2 games where they're not gonna be able to do anything. They're not gonna be able to do anything.
I don't think they're gonna bench Flacco right now.
He's already the best quarterback on the roster. I don't care where he was drafted. I don't care if he was drafted in the 7th round. I don't care if he was the last pick. I do not care. He is better than a 40-year-old. He gives you a better chance to win than a 40-year-old Joe Flacco. He gives you a better chance to win than Dylan Gabriel, and he gives you a better chance to win than Kenny Pickett.
Well, we've never seen Dylan Gabriel play.
He's struggling in camp.
Maybe, yeah, absolutely. But like we haven't seen him play yet. We have to judge by the game.
I'll give you that. Because he's probably going to play Saturday against the Eagles.
Judge by the game and see what happens. You know what I mean? If he's ass and like you'll know.
Yeah, you will 100%.
You'll see the difference between Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. Who is more quarterback NFL ready? You'll see that off the rip.
See, like my thing is that's what makes me so mad because that question shouldn't even be a thing right now. Because if you put Cam Ward on the Cleveland Browns, everybody's like, yo, Cam Ward's the day 1 starter.
Because he's the number 1 overall pick.
But Shedeur was fighting for that until randomly he didn't want to do it.
I know, but there was something to that, man. Like there's 31 other teams that completely passed on.
Probably were scared of fucking Dion taking their jobs.
I don't know, maybe. But the point is that 31 other teams passed on him 5 fucking times.
Yeah.
Or 4 times in full.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's something there where
we just don't know.
There was a red flag somewhere, and we don't know. I don't know what he said in those interviews. I don't know what the hell that was discussed.
Legendary. That's the episode name.
Could you imagine him saying that to somebody?
Hey, what's up, Brian?
So, yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Legendary. I would fuck with it.
That's fucking. I would fuck with that.
If somebody said that to me,
if there was a video out there that showed something like that, I would be a fan. I would ask you where you got your shirt from.
You don't want to know? You should get one.
I might get one.
Honestly, I was going to get the Shedeur, but it was like 2 weeks, and I'm way too impatient to wait that long. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna have to go to the dog pound.
Oh, you order it and you wait 2 weeks, and before the season.
Yeah,
if he's going to be the week 1 starter,
that don't work for me. Oh, you know what? I'm actually might pre-order it just in case he is the first week starter, and I could wear that.
There you go. See,
I didn't think of that.
Gotta think on your feet.
That's crazy.
It's a key to life, bro.
It is a key to life.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you saw Shedeur think on his fucking feet, right? Right?
You're so stupid.
All right. Oh, I'm a Steeler too.
Jeez.
Pittsburgh Steelers over under 8.5.
Under.
See what I mean?
There's nothing. What do you see? What I mean? What does that mean? What I mean is that they got an old quarterback. He looks really slow, bro.
Oh my God! You're talking about him running the little drill.
He looks slow, bro. Looks really slow. And
did you hear RC?
Look, I think their defense is going to be awesome in Pittsburgh. I think they're going to have one of the best defenses. I question it, man. I just question their ability to do it on offensively. I am, man. I absolutely question it. You have a 40-something-year-old quarterback.
Come on, bro.
You got DK Metcalf.
You're playing too much.
You think DK Metcalf is an upgrade over Pickens?
Not talent for talent.
No, well, fuck it. Is he an upgrade over Pickens?
He will be because of the quarterback.
Oh my God.
That's a fair. I'm not saying anything crazy.
I see what you're saying.
If you put
that's not what I asked.
Would I rather have George Pickens or DK Metcalf for Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
I would rather have George Pickens.
So they downgraded.
No, not necessarily. Because nobody was able to get George Pickens the ball.
They were going to get Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is getting him the ball now.
Exactly. So why would they get rid of Pickens?
That I don't know. I can't explain.
See, here's the thing.
That I'm out of.
Here's the thing.
I don't
here's the thing about Pittsburgh. And I think they could be very sneaky. And I could be dead wrong on them.
Oh, you are.
For sure. I could be.
Dead wrong.
But my thing is with them is like, why did you trade Pickens when you got DK? Like you could have, if you knew that you were getting Aaron Rodgers before the draft, why in the world would you trade George Pickens?
I think he requested a trade.
It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, but like if you told why, because of his contract, he's not getting paid in Dallas right now. So who gives a fuck? So to me, it couldn't have been contract related because he's not getting a new deal.
Out.
Well, I don't know about that. Because I feel like if he knew about Aaron Rodgers coming, why would he want to leave? That doesn't really make any sense, right?
You're right. Yeah.
So to me, it's like, why would they get rid of Pickens? If they had DK and Pickens with Aaron Rodgers, now I'm like, okay, now they're cooking. Like
we got Roman Wilson.
Now they're cooking. Yeah, I know. I think Roman Wilson can be good, but I question their offensive line. Do you think the offensive line is going to hold up? Because that's a major component.
Nah, AR will be able to negate it. He's going to get the ball out quick.
What?
What?
AR, bro. Come on, bro.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to negate.
I get what you're saying, but you're talking AR like he's like the god.
He's the big homie.
He is the big homie. He's going to be the big homie for that franchise for this year.
Yeah, and we got something because we're going over 8.5 wins, bro. We're going on a run this year. This is a 10-win football team. 1,000%. It's 1,000% a 10-win football team, bro. You won that many games last year with Russell Wilson and fucking Justin Fields. Every time I see Justin Fields stats with the Jets, bro, it's a tour date. 4 of 13, 3 of 10. He's garbage. Russell Wilson, wash the fuck up, garbage. And now you're bringing in Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had a good year last year, especially to end the year. I know it didn't result in wins and losses. He had the same amount of touchdown passes as 17. He was cooking. He almost threw for 4,000 yards. He caught on at the end of the year. He was coming off of an Achilles injury too. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be for real.
Bro, he went 5-12.
Check the stats for me.
He went 5-12. I know what the stats are. I get it. I see what the stats are.
Don't stats mean something?
They do mean something, but when you're 5-12, how much impact was your stats onto the game? It wasn't.
Family, wait. There's other variables that go into that. There's other variables that go into that.
Explain it.
So let me ask you a question.
No, explain the variables because I don't know what that means.
Can I ask you a question first?
Yeah, but go back to the variables. Don't forget it.
I will not forget the variables. People watching, all one of you, don't forget we won't forget the variables. Listen to me. What did you say was the reason that Josh Allen always loses in the playoffs? What's the number one thing? Tell me it. And do not say defense. No. Who runs the defense?
Oh, the head coach.
Thank you.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm going back to the variables. You had Robert Saleh, the best coach on the roster. You got rid of Saleh. You brought in Nat Hackett, who was garbage. That's Aaron Rodgers' fault. I agree. But you had no continuity, nothing. That team, that organization is a disaster. It was the same exact thing that happened to Brett Favre. It was the same fucking thing. Everybody thought Brett Favre was washed, and then he went to the Vikings and went to the NFC Championship game and almost got his head taken off because of Bounty Gate.
Truthfully, bro, all I hear is excuses. That's all I hear because you picked them to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
Because I believe they
you
are.
had the fucking Jets who were 5-12 going to the Super Bowl.
I know. Well, I
told you, crash landing.
Hold on.
And that's exactly what happened.
I forgot I picked that.
Crash landing, cuz. I didn't forget. You're fucking crazy.
Listen to me. Listen. I didn't realize that they were that poorly coached.
I just hear excuses. That's all I hear.
I'm giving you an answer. That's not an excuse. I'm telling you, I own that. I thought they were going to be better than that.
I'm saying I agree, but you're also it's the same situation with the Jets almost. Kind of just a different head coaching style, different franchise, of course. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, let's pump the brakes a little bit, bro. Like, we need to pump the brakes because this guy is quite literally 41 years old. He's going to be turning 42 in December. Mm-hmm. And
I know
it's a long season, bro. Like, yeah, he might look great in the first half of the season. But, bro, when you're taking hits after hits after hits, it takes a toll. And I don't know, man. 41 years old in a division where you're playing the Ravens twice, you're playing the Browns twice, you're playing the Bengals twice. Like, albeit they're not. Those two aren't like great defenses, but the rivalry exists. So where they will take cheap shots at your quarterback and don't give a fuck. So that's what I mean. Like they're going to be in some dogfights here. It ain't going to be no cakewalk for Pittsburgh. They're going to be coming after this 41-year-old quarterback because they know that's the recipe to beat them.
40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, 3,897 yards. That ranked 8th.
Yeah, I get it.
28 touchdowns. That ranked 7th.
Yeah, and where did the Jets pick in the draft?
I don't know. I didn't watch the draft. So I don't know where they picked. It wasn't I didn't have to worry about that. I was just going by ARs. No, I look at numbers. I'm a numbers guy. When I look at statistics, I'm like, wow, they paint the whole picture. And I'm like, wow, Aaron Rodgers really played well last year. He threw for 3,900 yards.
Bro, you had a big thing about Deshaun Watson about throwing for 4,000 yards and having all the stats. And he went 4-12 in Houston at the time they were playing 16 games. And now you're praising Aaron Rodgers. You can't do that.
That was different.
You can't do that.
That was different.
You can't do that.
That was different.
Nah, it ain't fucking different. It's the same shit.
No, hold up.
It's the same shit,
The
bro.
reason that I said that was because I was saying that Deshaun, but when I was talking about that though, and I was just clowning on the number stuff.
I get it.
I was a proponent of that. Stop looking at the numbers. The numbers don't tell the whole story. But I was also saying last year with Aaron Rodgers, he was also coming off of an Achilles injury in addition to being 40. So I gave him a little bit of slack,
Okay.
and he deserved that. But the back half of the year, he was fucking good.
It didn't result to wins.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying he played. But they had missed field goals. Special teams was garbage. They had missed field goals where they had opportunities to tie or go ahead. They were doing that. It was Greg Zerline, I think it was the guy. Zerline, whatever his name is. It's just their defense fell apart. Their defense blew. Their defense was supposed to be studs last year. You know that.
Mhm.
But you fired your defensive head coach. And the defense fell off. And then you brought in Ulrich. I don't remember his first name. Brian, maybe?
Yeah,
What-
Brian Ulrich.
Yeah, you brought him in and they were a disaster. But then you got Devontae and you started cooking a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't see it with this team. I mean, they got blown out last year to Arizona Cardinals, and we think they'll so less of Kyler Murray, and he absolutely blew
It
the doors
happens.
off of Aaron Rodgers.
It happens.
I know it happens. I'm just saying that, like, I just feel like I don't see it with this team. I don't believe in the longevity of the season.
You got to. You got to
Okay.
dig down and you got to listen to me, bro. I would never steer you wrong. Would I ever
Yeah.
do that?
Mhm.
Would I ever steer you wrong?
Well, I will say this. I do think that Pittsburgh. So who do you think Pittsburgh or Cincinnati is a better team?
Oh, Pittsburgh. Bro, the gap in that defense here's the difference. Aaron Rodgers and that offense, they will be able to occasionally get you to 28, 30 points. But that defense is going to be able to win you a game. But that's what I thought was going to happen with the Jets. That's exactly what I was banking on. I don't think people understand how bad the Bengals defense is, bro. You got torn up by Tanner McKee.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't know who's better though.
Look, there's an enormous gap on offense. But I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers, he's a mid-level quarterback now, around 15, 16. Then head coach, way in favor of Pittsburgh. Defense, way in favor of Pittsburgh. Offense, way in favor of Cincinnati.
Here's what I'll say. I think that Pittsburgh has a better shot to win the division, even though they had no shot at all.
That's what I was saying.
Outside of Lamar's health. I think Pittsburgh has the best shot to win the division outside the Ravens. I will say that though.
Because you're a
Just
complete
because
team.
I just think their defense is going to be great. Like I think that they paid TJ Watt. He's happy. They got Darius Slay. Like they got corners, man. Like they got Joey Porter. Like, yeah, they got a good back half of their defense. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to watching that unit specifically, and not just the offense. Like I'm looking forward to see that defense, because if they could bring some Steel Curtain back, then yeah, like I'm gonna be dead wrong about the under here. But
you are dead wrong.
I just feel like, to me, I saw what the Jets were last year. It smelled like shit, and it's still that. It's still that until I'm proven wrong.
You're going to be wrong.
Okay.
My bad. I had to bust ass. But the Ravens are making the playoffs. The Steelers are making the playoffs, and so are the Bengals.
Oh wow.
This is a three division playoff team.
I disagree, but that's okay.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers are making the playoffs, bro. They're winning a playoff game too. For sure. We're going to get to that in about 2-3 weeks, and I'll show you what the fuck I'm on.
Cool. All right. So you got all three in the playoffs?
Yeah, minus Cleveland. Unless we get Dewar rocking and rolling on September.
Yeah, I don't think
6th.
the Bengals are making it. You need to have a defense. Like it's just crucial.
You so ignorant.
I'm not ignorant.
You're so ignorant, bro. I was sitting there talking about Shedeur, and you just completely talked over me and started talking about the Bengals.
I'm sorry.
Because I said if we get Dewar with Cleveland on September 7th, excuse me, we might be cooking a little bit.
Yeah, that under for them for 4.5 wins for the Browns. But like, let's go back to the Bengals here. Like the Bengals, to me, like they're a wild card, man. Like if they could just get a handful of stops per game, I think they could absolutely crush this 9.5 wins.
So do I. I actually really do agree with you. If they could find a way to get 2 or 3 punts a game, you have a shot.
That'll work.
Yeah, it really will.
I mean, look, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the offense, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But like, knowing the quarterback, I feel like that kind of plays into the Bengals' cards, because I think he plays better when the pressure is pretty high. So to me, I'm a little hesitant to take that under. I'm not going to lie to you with the Bengals. Because like I just feel like
Joe Burrow's so good. You know, like how good he is.
Yeah.
So it's hard for you to say like 9 wins.
I know it's hard, but Jamar Chase and T Higgins, like I don't.
And the pressure's like, on. He has to make the playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know, man. That's tough, dude. This is tough. It's a tough division.
Yep.
It's really tough. I'll just take the Ravens for now to make the playoffs. I just think they're the best team, head and shoulders above all these teams.
You don't think Black and Yellow is making the playoffs?
No.
No shot?
No.
I feel for you, bro.
I could be wrong. Look, I just it's my prediction. I don't think the Steelers are going to make it.
You're telling your truth?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the super team. Remember the Eagles, the dream team and shit? Young? Yeah, like I just when you have I get it, like you have a lot of aging players coming together and trying to play it, but like how much do they have left in the tank, bro? Like they're going to be in some dogfights. And to me, it's like that's a long season.
I think Aaron Rodgers got about between a half and 3/4 of a tank. He got about 3/4 of a tank.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's enough. As long as your defense plays the way it's supposed to be, they're going to keep you in games.
But if that offensive line doesn't hold up, they're dead.
He's got to get the ball out.
DK Metcalf automatically doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
Now you got to rely on your run game to be effective.
We got
now you can do
JW.
Play action.
We got JW.
Because Aaron Rodgers' best was when he does play action. So if they can get themselves running the football, being effective, gaining 4 or 5 yards a pop, maybe 6, 7 yards a pop, then you can start doing play action. You can start opening up the field a little bit, and then you can allow Aaron Rodgers to be his best in those moments. So to me, that's the key for the Steelers offensively, is for them to be able to run the football effectively. And if they can't do that, well, then now you're predictable. Now everybody knows you're going to pass. So now what they're going to do is they're going to come after you. And if you have offensive line issues, it's a problem. And that's going to be a problem. He's 41 years old. He can't move like a regular 23-year-old cat. He can't move like Shedeur Sanders. That's not Aaron Rodgers' game no more.
Not very many people can move like Deur.
And not for nothing, I don't even think Aaron Rodgers wants to do that shit because I don't think he really wants to take a chance of popping his Achilles again.
Probably not.
So it's like at that point, he just, he might take the Brady route. Remember the Brady in his last year? He would kind of duck a little bit because he just didn't want to take the hits anymore. He's old, bro.
I didn't even fault him for that. He didn't want to get hit no more.
But I could see the same thing for Aaron Rodgers.
I got you. But Aaron Rodgers was moving a little bit last year.
Sure.
Once I feel like around like week 8, he had 8 games in with the Achilles. He got more comfortable, and there were some games where that one game where Devontae Adams exploded in the second half. Who was that against? Carolina or something, or Oakland.
In the second half,
he exploded for like 200 yards in the second half and 2 touchdowns.
I want to say it was the Dolphins in the last game, wasn't it?
But he whatchamacallit? I'm saying Aaron Rodgers was moving.
Or was it the Colts? It was one of those games.
Could have been the Colts. But yeah, anyway, I'm rocking with the Steelers this year. It's a steel curtain over here.
All right.
And I'm in the dog pound, so it's hard.
Yeah, that's an odd mixture that you got over there.
You know what it is, bro? It's when you combine truth telling with observation, it can lead you to great places. And this is where I am. I'm in Cleveland. And on the weekends, I got to go to Pitt for a little bit. The Pit, not the Palace.
The Pit, not the Palace.
All right, NFC North. Chicago Bears over or under 7.5 wins.
Under. There's no reason for me to believe that the Chicago Bears are going to be competitive in the NFC. This year, I just don't see it. I think Ben Johnson could be a good coach, but he could also be a Josh McDaniels. We don't know. Like, he was great in Detroit. Like you said, he revitalized Jared Goff and that offense. I disagree with that, but like overall, like, he has to put up or shut up. Like, is he a good coach or not? We're gonna find out. Can he game manage? That manage? I mean, like that matters. We saw what Nate Hackett was like in critical situations. He did look clueless.
He sunk in that first game against Seattle.
He sunk, bro. There was a tough decision, and he had to make it, and he didn't make it, and he looked bad. So, like, yeah, like, you got to make decisions like that, and you can't be solely focused on offense. So Caleb Williams at some point is going to have to mature, and I don't know if he's there yet. And I don't know if the Bears are treating him like he's there yet because they didn't play him in the preseason, or they just didn't want to expose him and kind of, hurt his confidence going into the season. I don't know. That's a question mark. But to me, I'm so off this team. I think they have great pieces around them. They got Adunze, who I love. They got DJ Moore, obviously, Cole Kmet, who's a good player. They drafted that other tight end,
Lovelace
or Cleveland or whatever. Loveland. Yeah, and like they got some good pieces over there, and their defense is pretty decent as well. So it's like, to me, it's like they should hit this over 7.5 as the number 1 overall quarterback drafted in the second year. But to me, I'm going under.
Chicago Bears ain't winning 8 games, bro. Period. You got a first-year head coach. I know he's an offensive guru. I get it. But you don't have the quarterback. I've been saying this since before he got drafted. Caleb Williams is not it. The dude was throwing balls and missing the fucking net. I don't care if it was just practice. I don't care what he was doing. If you are as talented as everybody tells me you are, there's no way that you are doing a routine drill from 10 yards away and you are missing the fucking net. They're going nowhere, dude. And it's crazy because that team is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
You have a ton on offense.
Yeah.
A ton on offense to work with, bro. But if you don't have the mind to do it and you can't play on timing and you hold the ball for 3 days, it doesn't work. You see the anonymous defensive coordinators coming out saying that his processing was horrible. He was holding the ball forever. It was all the shit we were saying last year.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet for me to believe that it's time for them. And I'm not there yet with them. They just smell like shit to me. They just do. They do. I feel like they're gonna, and who knows? Like I feel like if they fail miserably this year, I don't know what they do going there next year.
Well, they're gonna roll back with Ben Johnson and Caleb, and then, like I said, that Caleb will be out. He'll be benched for what's his face, Tyler Badgett.
Yeah, but
Tyler Badgett look all right.
But you're also wasting years away from like the skill position players that you got.
Oh, they're all going to be pissed, bro. But if he's playing trash, you can't do anything.
Because like I feel like, if you have those two guys, like I say all the time, if you can get a pocket quarterback that can deliver the fucking football and you got good skill position wide receivers, there's no rhyme or reason why you can't deliver.
If you can get this guy,
oh God,
all things are possible. I did tell you that.
They wouldn't make the playoffs either.
Are you fucking crazy? What?
Jalen Hurts on the Bears? Oh, my bad.
If you drop Jalen Hurts on Chicago right now, they're a threat in the NFC. Are you crazy?
A threat?
Yes.
I don't know.
Are you crazy? What?
I don't know about that.
You just told me you love Rome Odunze. He's a really good wide receiver.
I do.
Jalen could get him the ball.
I know, but like he doesn't do it enough. Like 24 passes a game doesn't do it enough. Like I think I'm not saying a guy like Jalen Hurts. I'm talking about a guy that actually throws for 4,000 yards and is a gunslinger. Like, yeah, you put Baker Mayfield on the Bears. I fuck with them. Yeah, like I think they would be awesome. That's like you're using a bad comp with Jalen Hurts. Like I don't think he would fit in that system regardless. I don't think he fits their system.
So you don't think a quarterback that's had 6 different offensive coordinators in 6 years could learn a new system?
I think he can learn a new system. I just don't think it's going to be the right system for him.
He is the system.
Okay.
But anyway, I digress on behalf of the association. The Chicago Bears stink.
Agreed.
Detroit Lions over or under 10.5 wins?
Under, man. I got them maybe 10 wins.
Yeah.
I think 10 wins here. I think 10.5 is high. I'm off on a little bit on the Lions just in terms of like they got a new offensive coordinator, got a new defensive coordinator. I'd still believe in Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is awesome. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Certainly a top 10 quarterback in my eyes. And they have Amon-Ra, they got Laporta, they got Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. So there's no reason for them to hit double-digit wins this year. I feel like their schedule's hard, and I feel like I have to see enough on defense for them to really propel them back into that that top seed in the NFC. So for me, I'm going to say under, but I think they're 10 wins, 10-7 here.
Under. I'm taking all things Lions under, bro. They're not winning 11 games. They're not. And the Lions are going to be fighting for their lives to make the playoffs because I'm totally off on this team. You lost both coordinators. You lost a few linemen. I'm just completely off on them. I think Dan Campbell's a good head coach, but I think he's more aura than brains. I don't think that he's going to be able to. I don't think that you're just going to be able to plug in 2 random ass coordinators and everything's going to run as smoothly as it did. You saw it before Ben Johnson got there and got himself going. You lost Aaron Glenn, who's a phenomenal defensive coordinator. You lost him to the Jets. You lost Ben Johnson. Like, I don't see it with this team. This is my team that falls off hard this year. And I think it's more likely than not that they missed the playoffs altogether.
It's interesting that you said that, but like, because what concerns you about the Lions the most is the coordinators, right?
Yeah.
But the Eagles had the same situation when we lost both of our coordinators too, and we made out well.
No, we didn't. When we lost both our coordinators, it was 2023 when we shit the bed.
23?
It was 23 when we lost them. It was Brian Johnson on there. We lost who the fuck did we lose? We lost Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon.
And then what happened in the next year?
We got Brian Johnson. We were 10-1. We finished 11-6 and got blown out by Tampa Bay in the wild card.
Who was our defensive coordinator? It wasn't
it was
Fangio.
Nah. It was Brian Johnson and somebody else. Damn, what was that dude's name? Sean Desai. And they put him up in the booth and brought down Matt Patricia's fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did. Yeah, and it was.
So, I mean, look, they had Jacob at those spots too as well. So like,
yeah, but that you saw them struggle. But again, that's why I said like that's, and I know we're not doing that tonight, but that's why I do give Jalen more credit than anything because it's hard to do that. It really is really hard to do that. He's never learned it. He's never had a back-to-back season with a coordinator. Like to me, there's something to be said about that because I think it's very hard to do every single year.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just feel like they don't really change the dynamic of how they run the offense. Though.
Well,
like, I don't think like the cadences, the language is different. Yeah, like all that is different. And that's hard to learn.
But I also think for Jalen, it's a little bit easier to learn a new offense because Jalen can escape with his legs. Jared Goff is a pick you apart, read the defense, stand in the pocket type of guy. Like Jared Goff ain't getting outside the pocket and running all over the place. That's not Jared Goff's game.
Right.
But when you're Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, you can afford to have a little bit of change here and there because you're able to get bailed out by your running ability. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
That, yeah. I mean, you have more opportunities to be successful on that given down.
Yeah, at least that's the way that I'm rationalizing it in my head.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. You're giving that's why I don't want to make this a whole Josh Allen thing, but like that's why like people think that he's the best quarterback because he can hurt you in so many other ways.
I love how whenever me and you, like you're so 17 and I'm so 1, we have to clarify right before that. Like I'm not getting into this argument, but I'm bringing up my guy.
Well, I'm not. That's not really what the point was. I'm just saying I'm just trying to make a parallel.
Yeah, I feel you. Put a perpendicular.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He didn't know what perpendicular was.
No idea. Shout out Marcos though.
Yeah, bro. You just got to learn some verbiage. But yeah, going back to that, off on the Lions. That's really all I got to say on that.
Yeah.
Packers over under 9.5 wins.
This was one of my teams that I didn't like entering the season. When we talked about this, maybe about a month ago. But after kind of doing like a little bit more digging and shit, I actually kind of feel like this is one of the teams that might be slept on the most. The one thing that I don't like in the media is that I think Jordan Love is kind of like widely overrated in terms of the mass media. I think he's a good quarterback. I think Jordan Love can play. I just don't think he's a top 5 quarterback or I don't even know if he's top 10. Jordan Love. Like, do you think Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback?
Nah.
Like that's what I'm saying. But they talk about him like he's a top 10 quarterback, and I'm not there yet. And it's not saying that he can't be that. Because I think he's got the talent enough, and I think he's got the right situation to propel him to that, albeit if his weapons stay healthy. But at the same time, it's like he hasn't done enough for me to even put him in that top 10.
He's probably around 13. 14.
So I want to see more from him, but I think that if this is going to be the year, this is going to be the year that he actually blooms and puts that stamp in the top 10. So I'm going to go over here, and this was one of the teams I was way off on. I was way off on them before the season, but now, like when I process information and I look at their schedule and I'm looking at the situation, I'm like, I don't see a way this team doesn't succeed. I got over here.
Yeah, Packers are definitely winning over 9.5 games. They're going to win that division too.
Yeah, I got them
going away, to be honest, because Detroit's falling off, Chicago stinks, and the Vikings are going to fall off. So this is their division to lose, to be honest. Like I could see them having around 12 wins because I think that nobody in that division can fuck with them. I know their defensive backs, yeah, they could be had a little bit, but they're going to be able to score. And Jordan Love's a good quarterback.
He's good. I just don't think he's great. I haven't seen enough where I'm like, okay, like he's top 10. certified top 10.
I feel you. Yeah.
I think he's good. I just don't.
He's talented as a motherfucker.
He's talented as hell, dude. Yeah, absolutely. But like, I don't know. He had 25 touchdowns last year. Like, I'm expecting him to absolutely crush that.
He got hurt though.
He missed 2 games.
That was it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he came back from that knee injury.
Yeah, he missed 2 games. Fast as hell.
Lamar won MVP with 24.
He had 25 and 11
Jordan Love, 25 and 11
with 3,800 yards, I think.
Yeah.
It's average.
Yeah.
I look at it as an average quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
that's a good season. Not
If you crush Jalen Hurts for his stats, like you got to look at that. Like that's not much better.
It's not. Yeah,
it's a couple touchdowns the entire season. You're talking about 17 games. That's a lot of games where you only had a couple more touchdowns. You're
supposed to be like
that. Doesn't tilt the scale for me. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. That's an average season. Now maybe that we're kind of I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? We're kind of, I don't know, spoiled. We're kind of spoiled to see Joe Burrow throw for 43, Lamar throw for 41, and Baker throwing for 40. Like maybe we're so accustomed to seeing that, and the barrier's broken where 40 is like the new standard of a great season. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like where if you had like 35, that's a great season. But if you're in the 20s or if you're like 25 and below, that's a good question. What would you say is a average season throwing the football?
It's hard now, bro, because we got a lot of fucking dorky data dudes that put a lot of emphasis on stats. It's weird now. It's a lot different. Like I feel like if you throw for 25 touchdowns now, I feel like that's like, wow, dude, you're not that good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel like if that's
what I'm questioning. Like, are we spoiled because we're watching other people, other players throw 40 touchdowns? Yes. You're looking at that like, I don't know, man. Everybody's talking like of Jordan Love, like he's like a top 10 quarterback. And
I look at it as like if somebody told me that like Jordan Love, Jalen, like these people were throwing 25 to 30 touchdowns, I think that's an incredible season. That's about 2 touchdowns a game. So I'm sorry, 17, that would be 34, excuse me. So not. So if you're throwing 25 to 30 touchdowns, like I think that's fine. But like my thing is you can't compare Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes, bro. Those are outliers. Those are just like, those are freak fucking athletes. You just can't compare them, bro. They have gifts that you can't teach. You can, like you saw, what do you see Jalen every year? They're working on his throwing motion, his mechanics. He's working on his game.
Right.
Tom Brady, he wasn't the most athletic. He wasn't the most gifted. He was just the hardest worker. He talked about that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like Tom
absolutely.
Brady wasn't as gifted as Aaron Rodgers. He's not as gifted as Peyton Manning. So we got to work on that. But
keep hitting that button.
I know. Get your hand away from it, baby. Come on.
Got keep going.
So when that's how I look at it.
I know I don't disagree with that at all.
But again, if somebody told me that if my quarterback threw for 30 touchdowns, 3,000 yards or 3,500 yards and had 10 picks and he won Super Bowl MVP, or this guy threw for 5,500 yards, had 47 touchdowns with 10 picks, the guy that won the Super Bowl had a better season. I don't care about
absolutely had a better season. That's not the discussion.
But if you're telling me about talent,
we're not. Yeah. That's correct. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he had the better season. Like, of course, players would trade stats over trophies, right?
To a degree, I think that's a big. I think there's a misconception in that, but that's a different story. Because I don't think Aaron Rodgers would trade his career for Eli Manning. I don't think Dan Marino would trade his career. Let me not even go back that far. That's corny. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers would trade.
Well, that's not kind of what I'm saying, though.
Oh,
like what I'm saying is that all the seasons that Aaron Rodgers won MVP, where he had like 42 touchdown passes and like 6 picks.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if he had 25 touchdowns and 3 picks in a season and he won the Super Bowl, I think he would be way happier than winning the MVP.
Oh, absolutely. That's not even a question. That's what I was trying to
that's the parallel that I was, that's the kind of the example I was trying to make. Like, I'm not saying like the trade careers, because that's just, you can't do that.
No.
Because if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Giants, what's the outcome? You put Eli on the Packers, what's the outcome? We don't know.
Yeah. Put Phillip Rivers. I mean, Phillip Rivers is a great example, because he's top 5 in almost every major statistical category passing the football. and he has nothing to show for it.
So you can't really do the what if game one in that regard. So like to me, like that's what I'm saying. Like Aaron Rodgers, like I feel like all his MVP trophies, if he would just did 25-11 like Jordan Love did, but won the Super Bowl, I don't think he gives a fuck.
It would have been better for him and his legacy.
His legacy, correct.
Because his legacy is always going to take a hit because he only got to and won a Super Bowl.
And he only did it once.
Yeah. Like, who's better, Phillip Rivers or Eli Manning?
Me, personally, as Phillip Rivers.
But my point is like, do you think Phillip Rivers would trade all of his stats for one of Eli Manning's Super Bowls?
If you're trading the stats, how are you neglecting?
He's not going to be top 5 in almost every category.
So,
he's going to be an average. He's going to take Donovan McNabb's stats.
So he'll be the 10 to 15 range.
He's going to take
with
Donovan.
a ring.
He's going to take Donovan McNabb's stats with a ring.
That's tough. I don't know. It depends on who he beats too in the Super Bowl, because I feel like that does weigh a lot.
I've been on that train. You told me I was crazy for that.
For what?
You told me I was crazy for that before.
No, I think it weighs a lot, but I don't think it matters who you beat in the end. As long as you win the Super Bowl, I don't think it matters what kind of quarterback you play. But I also feel like if you win the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady,
that's why Eli Manning's rings weigh so much.
It weighs a lot.
So much
correct.
Weight.
Absolutely.
That's why in 10, 15 years, Hurts's ring is going to matter because of who he beat.
Correct.
When Josh beats Patrick, the amount of weight that's going to hold when if he beats him in like an AFC championship game, it just holds weight, bro.
Yeah.
That
because you did it.
Josh Allen will get more credit for beating Mahomes in an AFC championship game than he will winning a Super Bowl.
But that also speaks volumes of Mahomes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But then again, like you're putting Mahomes in a different stratosphere where you think he's far and away the best player in the league.
Because no, I was projecting him. Like, I don't think Mahomes is done. I'm saying in 10 years.
I'm not saying he's done. No.
Like done winning Super Bowls. Like, but I'm saying
no. I don't think he's done winning the Super Bowl.
In about 5 years, when Patrick Mahomes is like the OG, and there's the new group coming in, it's gonna hold. Like, you're gonna start looking at Patrick Mahomes just like Tom Brady, bro. Like, no, if Patrick Mahomes is a 3-point underdog, you're like, oh no, I'm taking those points all day.
All day.
Why? Because I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. That's why whenever the Bills play the Chiefs, I always bet the underdog because I'm taking the quarter. Those two are excellent. I'm taking the quarterback with points. For real, I'm not even kidding. That's
I think that's a safe bet. I
always take him with points, bro. You have two fucking A quarterbacks. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. No, that's a good synopsis for there. I think that's fair. I think it's super fair for them.
That's how it is. But again, it comes and goes. It comes and goes, and there's nuances and there's fucking ebbs and flows, and you have to evaluate from a multitude of different things. Like that's why I said, like certain things do matter, and we said that before. Like Donovan McNabb is never going to have the stats to make the Hall of Fame. If Donovan McNabb beat Tom Brady in that Super Bowl, Donovan McNabb's a Hall of Famer.
He would have already been in.
That's what I'm saying. So that there are quarterbacks that are going to make the Hall of Fame because they won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And then there are quarterbacks like Phillip Rivers that are going to get in because of stats. Jalen Hurts is never getting in the Hall of Fame because of stats. He would only get in if he won two or three rings. That's his only path.
I don't know about 3. I think he can get away with 2.
You think he's a Hall of Famer with 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. He's definitely a Hall.
Because I feel like when Jalen's career is all said and done, that tush push is going to go down in history.
Yes.
So he's always going to be remembered.
But I think Josh and Lamar are already Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I think they're already Hall of Famers, bro. I don't even think there's any way to put that. There's no other way around that. They are Hall of Fame players, bro. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, I'm dead serious. They're probably a ring away from already being a back-end top 10 quarterback of all time. The both of them.
Well, I would say Stafford's a Hall of Famer. Mahomes.
He'll probably get in, Stafford.
He 100% will get in.
Yeah, because he got all the
statistics and he's got
in the Lions, and then he won the Super Bowl.
And he won the Super Bowl. I got Stafford. You got Mahomes. You got Allen. You got Lamar. Burrow, I'm not there yet.
Burrow's not there yet.
Just because he missed the playoffs and he's been injured. Like I want to see more complete seasons from him.
Yes, that's fair.
To see the full body of work of Joe Burrow.
Fair. Yep.
Because this is a great opportunity for him. Like if he takes his Bengals team to the playoffs,
he's the MVP. He'll win MVP.
He'll win the MVP because the defense is going to be so bad that he's going to have to overcome so much.
His numbers are going to have to be
fits.
And his numbers are going to have to be so astronomical
Well, the narrative is already placed for him.
Correct.
Everybody knows that his
1000%.
defense is trash. Everybody knows that the Bengals are a fringe playoff team because of his defense.
Yeah.
So if he makes the playoffs, fucks around, wins the division, if he wins the division, he's a slam dunk MVP. It's not even a question.
Oh, yeah. Totally agree.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Fuck. So yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. Like man, who else would be a Hall of Famer?
Shedeur.
Who else would be a Hall of Famer?
Oh shit.
Jaden Daniels? No, I'm kidding. Future. That kid's good, man. Oh, you're looking at one?
Yeah, bro. So
I mean, look, you can't disagree with it though. Right now, like right now, he's definitely on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Yeah,
He
absolutely.
is, yeah.
Like, there's no question about it. Like, he won a Super Bowl. He's been
Justin
to two of them.
Herbert. Justin Herbert.
No, not right now. He's not even close to it. To a Hall of Fame?
I was baiting you.
No, fuck no. He ain't a Hall of Fame.
I was baiting you. I'm proud of you.
But Jalen Hurts, yeah, I definitely think he's right now. He's got Hall of Fame trajectory written all over him, 100%. And he's got a great opportunity to add to his resume this year
Because of the team.
Like, you got to win.
It's actually if they repeat, he's a Hall of Famer. Slam,
it's
fucking
not,
dunk.
It's not even no
question. 100%.
No question.
And Nick Sirianni, I mean, he explodes in terms of respect.
Sure. Now, like,
So.
it's interesting because it's like, yeah, he goes back to back. But what if after that, the Eagles had to shake up their whole team and their defense was kind of squabbling around, their offense was missing pieces,
Yeah.
and they were dog shit for the next 3-4 years?
Oh, they'll be calling Tanner
Hold on.
McKee.
I know, but do you think he would still be a Hall of Famer? That's the question. Because Hall of Fame, yes, you could have two great back-to-back seasons. It doesn't make you a Hall of Famer. Because I think what makes you a Hall of Famer is longevity and consistency and being dependable.
Do you think Cam
and
Newton's
being
a Hall
available?
of Famer?
What?
Do you think Cam Newton's a Hall of Famer?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't think Cam Newton is a Hall of Famer at all.
Neither do I, but I was just curious because
I don't think he should be sniffing the Hall of Famer.
Fuck no. But with Jalen, I think it's tough because I think Russell Wilson, I thought, was a slam dunk Hall of Famer earlier, like before Denver. But I think that the way you go out, your lasting impression can be problematic.
Correct.
Like if you go
He's
out,
a perfect example.
Russell Wilson's going out. Sorry.
Yeah, he is.
Sorry.
For real. If he gets benched for Jackson Dart at some point in this season, I mean, that's going to be a stain on his legacy.
Bro, their schedule is so fucking hard. Russell Wilson will not be starting by Halloween.
Wow, so you don't think Russell Wilson's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback?
I don't know. I think it's an uphill climb. He's 1-1 in Super Bowls. He wasn't liked by his teammates. You know what I mean? Pete Carroll had success after him with Geno Smith. He revived Geno Smith. Like, that was Pete Carroll, bro. They had an elite defense, a good run game, and then he went to Denver and blew up.
I mean, the one thing I would say about Russell Wilson is he protected the football pretty well.
Bro, Russell Wilson in his prime, he was a 4,000-yard passer and an 900-yard rusher per season. Russell Wilson was like that back in the day. He was awesome.
He's got 46,000 passing yards.
Yeah, bro. Russell Wilson was awesome. He's a third-round pick from Wisconsin.
I wonder where that is all time.
Bro, he was a third-round pick from Wisconsin after they just gave Matt Flynn like $50 million. They signed Matt Flynn because he did awesome for the Packers. And then he came in there and stole the show, and it was a wrap since then. He made the Super Bowl in his second year.
But that's the thing, though, right? Like, he made the Super Bowl in the second year. He won the Super Bowl. But after that, he never won the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Never won the MVP.
Him and Jalen flipped.
Never won the MVP. He's 17th all-time in NFL and passing.
You know what's crazy? If Jalen Hurts 2 years ago when he finished second in MVP, if he was an MVP, he's already a Hall of Famer. He has an All-Pro. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He has a regular season MVP.
I just think it matters. It's longevity, though. I think Hall of Fame matters longevity. Like, how long were you good for?
No. That's impactful. The only person that's not impactful for is Eli Manning.
Like, to me, spurts in your career won't make you a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Like, I think that if you are one of the certified best players at your position, year in, year out, you're statistically up there, you're winning games, your leadership matters, right? Like, I feel like when you do that for so long, That's a Hall of Fame career.
So do you think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer?
I think when it's all said and done, I think he's going to get in.
Me too, but I don't think he should.
I don't think he should, though.
Because he was a mid
Because, like I said, he only had those 2 runs.
That's what I'm saying.
He's an overall 500 level quarterback.
I think his record.
When I think of a Hall of Fame quarterback in that class, to me, it's Big Ben, and it's a slam dunk. Like, that's a Hall of Fame career because he's done it for so long. He's won multiple Super Bowls at the highest level. He played in a conference with Tom Brady. And he's still won Super Bowls. Like, you know what I mean?
To
like,
me, that's what
not many quarterbacks can say that. Outside of like Peyton Manning and Joe Flacco, there's no other quarterbacks can say that.
That's why I always held it against Phillip Rivers, because there were other quarterbacks that were able to do it just 1 year. And Phillip Rivers never got over that hump, and I always held it against him.
Fair. But like, I do think that when it's all said and done, Phillip Rivers is definitely going to be a Hall of Fame
without a doubt. I'm just saying, for me, like, to me, it's just, I'll always remember him like that. The dude that couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't get over the hump.
The ugliest throw of all time.
The sidearm,
the shot put.
It is a little shot put, but it worked for him, man. He threw for 63,400 yards. Like, that's fucking unbelievable. He had 421 touchdown passes. He's top 5 in both categories.
That's what I'm saying.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, bro. He's fucking awesome. His stats are awesome.
I know. It's weird because his stats don't really tell the story of his success on the field, which is weird.
Yeah. It's
which
very
is the
weird.
oddest fucking story ever. Like, if you think about it.
Right now, that's Josh.
Bro,
look at his playoff numbers. You drove him into my head. I know him up like the back of my fucking head now. You're 25-4.
Yeah, no, like I hear you with Josh. But like, Josh has performed in the playoffs where like
I know what you're saying.
Phillip Rivers was kind of
some moments of mid. I got you.
Where he would throw the late game pick and you knew he was coming.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where
I
it's
fucked
like
that up. No, Lamar Jackson is the Phillip Rivers.
Maybe
gets into the playoffs. Maybe shit just is funky.
Maybe, but I mean, Phillip Rivers had a fantastic career, dude. Like, he had 4,700 yards in 2010, 4,600 yards in 2011, 4,500 yards in 2013. 4,300 in 2014, 4,800 in 2015, 4,600 in 2017, 4,300 in 2018, 4,600 in 2019, and 4,200 on the Colts last year. Bro, this guy is you want to talk about slinging the fucking football? This guy was he was top 5 for a reason in terms of stats. Every year it was 4,000 yards. Guys, it was fucking that's a quarterback, bro. Now, look, he didn't win the big game, and that sucks. I was a big Phillip Rivers fan, and not because of what he could do on the field. It was his style of play. It was that feistiness, like get in your face. I talk that shit. You know what I mean? Like, he was aggressive like that. I like that. He was passionate. That's what I liked about Phillip Rivers. It sucks he didn't win the big game.
Fucking hate Phillip Rivers.
But yeah, I don't understand why. He was fucking great. He was one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
I just thought he was a bag of mid.
He was one of the best quarterbacks you have ever seen in your life, bro. Absolutely, one of the best. I'm not saying he's top 5, top 10, but I think he's one of the best quarterbacks you've ever seen in your life.
The problem is
it's not even a question.
The problem is quarterback. I like to see quarterbacks play in February.
I get it. Whatever. Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
I just like to see.
Yeah. I fucking feel you. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, yeah, we went way off topic, but Minnesota Vikings over under 8.5.
All right, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was the Vikings next year, I would get rid of JJ. Man, fuck JJ McCarthy, bro. That ass. Yo, I got under for this team, man. There ain't no way in hell that this team is winning 9 games. And I think this team is fucking talented. But I got my big questions about JJ McCarthy, man. Like this. I just feel like for me, it's you missed a whole season coming off an Achilles injury. That's a major injury, man. And you got high expectations because the Vikings are supposed to win now. They got weapons galore. Like they got weapons galore, bro. Like I'm just not a JJ McCarthy guy. I don't think he wasn't really highly recruited coming out of the draft, to be honest with you. Like I felt like I don't know. I'm off on the Vikings, and I think they're talented as fuck. I think this team in general is a star quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender. Like they actually might go to the Super Bowl if they had a fucking star quarterback.
With those weapons coming back?
That's what I'm saying.
This is under, bro. The Vikings ain't winning 9 games. There's no fucking way, bro. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't see it. They have the talent.
JJ McCarthy has no no experience playing in the NFL in real games.
It's a high line.
His rookie season, he got injured. And you're coming out now and he threw what, 7 passes in the preseason? He's got to play.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about with these fucking dumbass coaches.
Mm-hmm.
They have to play.
Nah, I got a big regression year for the Minnesota Vikings. And I think they could absolutely make some moves next year on that quarterback position. Don't let Mr. Dak Prescott be available.
I would love
because if I saw Dak on the Vikings, that team would go places, bro.
Dak had all this shit with that though, so I don't know.
Nah, this is a different.
Are you
team now.
fucking crazy?
The pressure is different.
Oh, okay.
You're not in Dallas anymore. You don't have Jerry, lurking over your head. Maybe he needs a new home. I think the Minnesota Vikings with Dak Prescott would be a better Minnesota Viking team than with a fucking Sam Darnold.
Agreed.
And they were also in Sam Darnold. What are they? 13-4?
They might go out. They need to go out. No, I think they were 14-3. They need to go out and get some fucking Dak Prescott, cuz.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so who you got? We both have Green Bay winning this division. Who else do you think makes the playoffs? I only have Green Bay making the playoffs.
I got Green Bay and I got Detroit being the wild card.
Supreme. All right, guys. That finishes episode 249. We'll be back next Wednesday.
It's Wednesday?
Next Wednesday, because we got Jay's draft.
Oh, that's right. Yep. We'll be back Wednesday, boys. Peace. Hey, girl.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realize I had